I'm your host, Raven, and today we have something a tad bit new. It's not like super new, it's actually like 2 years old, but it's new to me. So, figured I'd give it a look see. You guys will get to see me started right off the bat. It's definitely not in my TV's parameters. There we go. Okay. Driver creation, area driver information. As you can see, this is F1 2018 official F1 game for F1. A lot of different characters to choose from here. We might have to go with this one. It's the most like, let's see. That one doesn't look bad either. I think we're gonna have to go with this one here. Our helmet. Oh. Customize. Pick your own helmet, I guess. Ziga. Jordvik? I don't know. Fjord. Also a little sniffly, if you notice. Nick Alexander. Leading toward this one, honestly. With the Alan Smith there. Oh wait, but this one's Saints colors. I'm from Saints country. Doesn't have a name. We'll go with the Alan Smith there. Of course, we're gonna be American. Number. Have 24. Would go Jeff Gordon in this thing. Decisions. I think we're gonna go with the Jeff Gordon route here. Or name. Be the king then. Registered details on this. You can have more than one driver. That's pretty cool. The options for it. Driver. So is this the driver yeah, that's the one we just picked. Discard changes, I was just wondering. Rear. Team selection. Now you need a team to race, or select a team to race for. Each team has different expectations, conditions. So that's Ferrari. We got Mercedes, Aston Martin, Red Bull, Renault Formula team, Red Bull again, but for Honda, McLaren, Force India Formula One team. I've never heard of that team. I've heard of that team. Sauber, I've vaguely heard of that team, and Williams Racing. Alright, so let's look at the stats for each. Ferrari's team expectations are fight for the championship. The team won't settle for anything less than race and champion victory. Well, yeah, that's true to real life. They will expect their drivers to perform at the highest level. Okay. Chassis, engine supplier, pieces in Italy. Okay. Mercedes team expectation is just to lead the field. With the pace this team has demonstrated in recent years, drivers will be expected to win races and championships from the very start. Based in the UK, of course. Okay. And Aston Martin compete at the front. Just at the front. A team that regularly competes for podiums and victories. They consider anything less than that unacceptable. We'll need drivers of the highest standard to lead a championship challenge. So basically, if you don't make podium, they don't like you. Also in the UK, another UK one. Expectations for Renault is just to develop and compete. This team is are former champions and have been pushing forward once again in recent years. They need drivers to continue that development and complete their charge towards the front. Okay, so they just want to be near the front. And Red Bull Honda team just to control the midfield. A reputation for developing promising drivers and attracting technical expertise. This is a team that expects consistent points and has ambitions to be at the very front of that midfield pack. Give me just 1 second. Alright, there we go. Just had to start my party up. I don't know, I just like seeing my relay. McLaren. Okay, so fight and win. This team is one of the all-time greats, and they expect to make consistent progress to the front of the field. They want drivers who can deliver from the first race. And that's for the UK. Might end up going McLaren then. Alright, and then India Formula One team that I've never heard of. They just want to push for podiums. The team has become a leading midfield unit and wants to continue that charge forward over the next few seasons. Okay. Also based in the UK. Haas. Oh, we got a USA team. Okay. Finally. Lots of points. Okay. By bringing a unique philosophy to their operations, this team are known for making rapid pace through the field. They are looking for drivers to take them to the next level. Might have to go Team USA since it's the only one in the USA. Yep, that's the only one in the USA. And we've got Team Sauber. Score regular points. This team has a long and storied history in the sport, and they expect to compete well in the midfield and score strong points on a regular basis. They're also in Switzerland. You've got Williams Racing. Just be consistent. This ambitious team is one of the most prestigious names in the sport, with a rich history of success. They expect consistent improvement and plenty of points every season. So, for me, it's between 3 different teams. It's either Haas, Ferrari, or McLaren for me. Just because I know, for one, I like racing, so I'm going to be competitive. I like being at the front. I won't really settle for mid-pack. So I know going for one of these high runners is going to be a good thing. Ooh, okay, there's also an attitude preference down there. So Ferrari's more for showmanship. Mercedes is sportsmanship. Aston Martin showmanship. Alt is sportsmanship. Toro Rosso is showmanship. McLaren is sportsmanship. India is sportsmanship. Haas is showmanship. So these two out of the 3 options are showmans. Decisions. Guessing you cannot change this later on. I don't know yet. Well, of course, since it's a career, maybe you can have different careers with different ones, but we'll see. We'll start out with, it's just very tempting to go with the Americans, but they only want lots of points. Only because we're American. Alright, we're gonna check out the Americans only because they only want the points. McLaren and Ferrari want the championship, basically. Well, McLaren wants to fight to win. Ferrari wants the championship. You know what? Ferrari goes more true to what we're going to try to do, which is fight for the championship. McLaren, maybe in another run through. Alright, so we've got Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen. I think I said that right. Choose your teammate. Okay. I like his helmet. That's literally the basis I'm going on. We got achievement. Great expectations. Accepted a contract with Ferraris, Mercedes, or Red Bull. Oh, okay. So that's like the harder one to do. Okay. That's good to know. Practice. ×3. Practice takes place across 3 separate sessions. Qualifying. Position be determined from a single lap. Race round results will be determined by a single race. Okay. Weekend structure. Oh, wait, no. I wasn't ready. Oh, I did not think that's what advanced me. I thought it meant like advanced stuff. Entire allocation. Team will provide you with suggested tire loadouts. Start of each race weekend. This provides. What did it say? Loading complete. This provides you with a quick overview of the tires allocated for each session. You are free to alter the preset loadouts to include additional compounds to better match your driving skill. Oh, okay, I see. So P1s are, we got a super soft and a soft. So balance is a whole bunch of ultra softs, some super softs, and 2 softs. Harder is, I think we'll go balance for the first one just to see. Driver AI level on easy. Might be too easy because I don't know. I know a few things about racing. But watch, I'll just wreck the car in the first corner probably. Practice type full practice, practice length short, qualifying 1 shot, qualifying short. Full qualifying. Yeah, let's do full qualifying. And then race distance. We'll do 25% just because I don't know the race differences in F1 as well. Gameplay settings. Park firm rules. I don't know that. Flashbacks on. Vehicle damage reduced. And we'll keep that on for now. Safety car off. Why is that off? Rules and flags. Oh, we can't turn that on. Corner cutting stringency. Regular formation lap. I don't know what that means. Restarts assisted. Oh, okay. I don't like doing manual too much. Preview or press interview time limit. There's press interviews. Tire temperature, surface and carcass. Or surface and carcass. Okay. Assists. Driver proficiency. Oh wow. That's a lot that you can do. We'll keep it on amateur for now just to see. There's pit assist, pit release assist, gearbox, automatic, dynamic racing line type, 3D, 2D. I don't really need a racing line. We'll keep on for the first one. As well as traction control. Alright, we'll just keep everything on for now and then like tweak it later to best fit everything. Alright, now we'll start the session. I'm glad you can somewhat go back. Somewhat. I'm pretty sure that's not everything I could do at the beginning menu. Alright, so let's see how our first everything goes in here. There's interviews, so it should be interesting. Oh.
Thanks for coming by. I'm sure you're very anxious to get out on track. It's taken a lot of effort to get to F1.
I am.
Congratulations. But the real work starts now. This is...
Claire, motorsports journalist. Nice to meet you. You'll be seeing quite a lot of me throughout the season. So, you had a pretty
words aren't matching up to your mouth.
How are you feeling about your move into F1? Do you think you have what it takes?
Let's save the questions for a proper
interview, that was more accurate. Those last ones.
I'm sure you'll have a lot more to talk about once there's been some action on track. I think we could fit you in after FP1 if you're free.
That works for me. I'll grab you the second you finish on the track.
Remember, the relationship you have with the team will be affected by what you say to the media. So be careful.
Gotcha.
Anyway, it's time to catch up
media
with
coverage is actually a thing in this game.
Good luck out there today.
That. It's more realistic. Because just like in like NASCAR and ISM
Welcome to the data
racing.
center. Here, we've got access to all kinds of information, including car telemetry, weather, lap times,
sponsored by UPS.
tire wear, the list
that.
goes on. Plus, we've got a direct link back to the factory, so we're in constant communication with the team there. We need you to regularly feedback about areas of the car that are lacking and help us direct our resources in the most productive way. More effort here equals a quicker car, so it's well worth the effort. Good luck this season.
Yeah, I know about programming cars and
Oh.
whatnot. Or
Make
at
us
least
all
I've
look
heard.
good, okay?
Of course, of course. Oh, so this is where... Wow, this is actually...
Welcome
Pretty
to
cool
your new
menu.
team. There's no one with a more storied history than Ferrari. You're going to have to give it everything to live up to that heritage.
This
It's
is
going to be hard
cool.
work, but when you see the Tifosi cheering you at Monza, it'll all be worth it.
This is super cool. Okay, I chose a dude with the black face, but his arms are like... I don't know. Alright. But anyway, I like this. This is an actual menu. Alright, well, I guess we'll look at our workstation. So we've got practice 1. So here's where you do your actual racing. Wow. Practices, your qualifying. I like it. Messages, we've got welcome to the team. Hi Revan, welcome to the team. Between yourself and Kimmy, I'm sure we can have a fantastic season. Doors always open if you need anything. Okay. Guessing that's my boss. Carl, tutorials available. As I've mentioned before, keeping on top of the research and development is critical to improve the car's performance. You also need to actively manage the limited supply of gearboxes. Oh. Power unit components throughout the season. Find detailed explanations on how to manage these areas via the pause menu. That's pretty interesting. So this is a lot more realistic than normal. But like even playing Dirt Rally, like I thought that game was realistic. Jesus. And again, NASCAR Heat does a pretty good job at it as well. Good morning. That is a summary of your current contract terms. Make sure you pay close attention to your qualifying and race objectives. So minimum qualifying position has to be second. Minimum race position has to be second. Driver status has to be second. Team goal. Okay. So that's an easy goal for Ferrari, apparently. Has to be in second. Alright. And Emma. Alright. Here's a look at the details of your latest team goal. Try and work hard to complete it. Doing so reflects well on you and will help the team with their development resources. Finish 5th or better. Practice weekends remaining 2. Alright, so that one's not as demanding as the first few. Completion reward, get 400 resource points. Okay. Carl, weekend preview. Warning everyone, I've attached the preview for this weekend's Grand Prix. If you have any questions, come see me in the data center. Okay, so round 1's in Australia, Melbourne Grand Prix circuit. I actually know about that circuit. Seen it in quite a few games. Drivers. Perfect. Okay. Alright, weather forecast. Take a look at the new weather report for the weekend. Qualifying looks dry, but there's a real danger of rain in the race itself. Might want to consider working on higher downforce setup practice. It'll slow us down in qualify. I'm guessing that's supposed to say oh, I get it. In quali. It'll slow us down in quali. I guess that's what they're going for. But might be a good call if we do have a wet race. Better downforce setup. Keep that in mind.
Here you can see the pertinent details about your
Contracts.
current contract. On one side are the objectives and bonuses that we've negotiated with the team. On the other is information regarding how you're perceived throughout the paddock, your reputation with the current team, and your overall value to them, which is a combination of these elements.
Wow, my value to them shows how much they value you as a driver. Awesome. Contract negotiation, Ferrari. Expected qualifying position, second. Expected race position, second. Team order, second driver. Team goal, finish 5th or better. Race weekends, okay. Reputation with team, sportsmanship, and showmanship. Third is showmanship, okay. So I'm guessing for sportsmanship, you're supposed to be a nicer driver and have better sportsmanship. Whereas for showmanship, you're supposed to be, you know, showing off, being a better, like, winner than a better person. Or at least that's what I'm getting. Contract perks, Race bonus none. Upgrade speed none. Pit stop efficiency none. I almost said stimulus. Simultaneous development is none. So you can have perks. Okay. Contract progress. Okay. Then we got our... Oh wait.
Winning rivalries is a great way to earn respect from your team and around the paddock, which will help make it easier to negotiate favorable contracts. Your first rival is always your teammate, but you can choose who to declare as your second. The harder the rival from the eligible selection, the more respect you stand to gain or lose depending on the result.
Okay, so can I... No, I can't choose another revival. Another rival right now. Driver details... So that just shows everything I've done, which is nothing yet. And R&D tree. Oh. This is pretty neat. Wow. This is insanely cool. I like this. Recommend upgrade.
What do you think of this one?
So it even shows you what they recommend you do. So, powertrain department, the high performance powertrain department is responsible for extracting the most amount of performance, best fuel consumption, as well as maximizing the potential of the energy recovery system. Might be where my first stop would be. Durability department, the durability section features a number of improvements the team can make to reduce wear of the power unit and the gearbox components. Okay. Chassis department is responsible for for the overall mass of the vehicle as well as how the mass is distributed. Additionally, the brakes and lifespan of the tires can also be enhanced. Okay. Aerodynamics department is responsible for development to both front and rear downforce properties, as well as minimizing drag and improving the effectiveness of the DRS. I think that's drag resistance systems? Might be wrong. Out the gate, I might go powertrain. Okay, so for that, use resource points. Ignition system. So what would this do? Develop time. So it'd take them 2 weeks to develop. So it gives my engine more power, pretty much. I think that's what that means. And this one is HPP factory efficiency. Upgrade would be instant, although that's a hefty price. Enhancements to the HPP factory improves efficiency, meaning 10% fewer resource points are required to create new high-performance powertrain related upgrades. So basically, I'd spend less if I hit this one up early. An upgrade quality control, this one would also be instant with a heavy price. Enhancements to the quality control process within the HPP factory reduces the chance of new high-performance powertrain upgrades failing by 7.5%. So that increases the failure rate, I'm guessing. Okay. I think a safe development right away would be this. Even though I may end up regretting it. As much as I want to start this one, well, it takes 2 weeks to develop, so if I start it now, I'd be ready when I need it. We're gonna go for it. Probably not the best or smartest thing to do, but we're going for it. Before we spend any more points, let's get out the R&D tree. R&D in progress, so it shows the one I put there. Progress history. So Ferrari is at the top, so doesn't seem like I have much to worry about then. Hoping. And last but not least is the vehicle management section. Huh. Okay. So power unit. What's the difference between fitting each unit then? There's no penalty for this action. So are these just spare parts? Is that what they're saying? So these look like they're just spare parts. I'm not seeing any differences, any changes, other than unit 1 of what. That's the only change I'm seeing is unit 1 of 2 or unit 2 of 2. Well, I'm guessing those are just extra parts. The power unit. Practice gearbox, event gearbox. Oh, okay, so you can... Okay, that's cool. Oh, wrong button. Weekend tire allocation. Okay. Okay, so we've seen all of that. Read all the messages. I guess let's get to practice and learn the vehicle. This should be interesting. I'm learning so much. Oh, wow. Okay. Guess we're gonna get a new segment.
Welcome to Melbourne, where the practice session is about to start for this weekend's Australian Grand Prix. The pre-race talking is over.
Grand Prix.
Now it's time for the drivers to show their worth. A lot of focus is naturally on the drivers, but it's really important for the mechanics to get everything right as well, as one little mistake could cost the team and one of their drivers the race result.
These guys are so meticulous and they train and perfect everything that they do. Without question, they feel the pressure in the same way as the drivers, and they share the responsibility to ensure that the car makes it to the end of the race.